Oh, hello and welcome to Kody and Korbin Have a Podcast, the show where two former roommates talk about a new movie every week. But this week on the show, we're talking about Oscar nominations. As always, I'm your host, Korbin Zvokel, and joining me, our very own Bad Miracle, my co-host, Kody Webb. Kody, how's it going, man?
Going great. Yeah, it's kind of a tough intro, but still respected, I guess. But yeah, excited to be here, man. One of my favorite, just times of the year, Oscar season. Exciting for a couple reasons. People get to win awards and we get to talk about it. So yeah, I'm excited, man.
The Oscars are always fun. You and I both don't know the nominations. They were officially released today as we're recording this. We've avoided them all day. We've been waiting because back in September, we played a game with our good buddy Carter Sims, and he's back here once again, joining us to talk Oscar nominations. Carter, how's it going?
Talk to me, Goose. I'm excited, happy to be here, and I'm already standing on the ground. I got Marcel in my background. No one can see, but I want everyone to know that Marcel the Shell is my background today. Good to be here.
Happy to have you again. And you didn't come alone. You brought your partner, your very own dynamic duo. I think I referred to you as Batman and Robin in the past, but if we were to kind of put it in context of 2022 movies, maybe you guys are like Patrick and Colm from the Banshees of Inisherin, or Maverick and Rooster from Top Gun, Elvis and Colonel Tom Parker. I'll let you guys pick who's who.
He's white.
Just cocaine and sex in Babylon, and of course Puss and his boots from Puss in Boots. But you brought Jackson Mahuron, the man, the myth, the legend, also your co-host of the Rough Cut Retrospective, and fifth time guest, fourth time, who knows?
Wow.
Returning champ. That's what
Jackson, welcome back, man.
I prefer to be the kitty soft paws of the group. So yeah, we'll stick with that.
Am I El Perro then?
Perito, you mean?
Perito, whatever.
God, did you even watch that movie? Did you even own it like I did?
I showed up before
I'm deaf. That's all I know. Great to have you guys back. Like I said, Carter, you also don't know the nominations. Jackson, you do know the nominations.
I do.
Because you're going to kind of be the host and run things back, and we'll pick a winner of that game that we played. Jackson, do you want to explain what we did for the people?
Yeah, of course. Way back when on a podcast I wasn't included in, you guys predicted how the Oscar nominations were going to go. You had a little catch, though. You could only use one movie for each category. So if Korbin picked, I don't know, let's see, Fire of Love for documentary, he couldn't pick that for best drama. One, that wouldn't make sense, and two, because he already picked it in the documentary slot. So yeah, that's kind of the rules they did. And now that the nominations are out, I am going to announce them, and we're going to see who got the most correct. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And today we're just doing Oscar nominees, and then we're doing an episode with you guys coming out this Friday where we kind of predict our winners. So this is first reactions, just kind of what are we thinking off the rip, and then we'll come in with the hard, well thought out 24 hours of thinking for the picks on over at the Rough Cut Retrospective.
Yeah, and I think we should mention as well, we did this last year as well, and we had a clear champion and a couple clear losers. So our defending champion is the man himself, obviously Carter Sims, who has gotten a reputation, at least on this podcast, as being a bit of an Oscar expert. Korbin, what do you think? Do you think we have a chance of dethrowing him this year? How are you feeling?
Well, I did want to hit the scores from last year real quick. So
please do. Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah.
In third place of 3 was our good buddy Kody Webb with 3 points. In second place was myself, Korbin, with 8 points, and then Carter just sweeping the floor with 13 points. So I do feel better this year just because once we did it, I felt I readjusted, I recalibrated, I understood the game the second time around. So I think my score may be higher than 8. Benefit is we also added 2 nomination categories. So that gives us an extra chance, best documentary and best international. But I just think I understood the game a little better. So I expect it to be higher than 8, but I wouldn't be surprised if Carter takes it home again because he is the Oscars person.
Well, going off that, I feel worse about this year. I felt pretty good last year, but I can definitely tell before we even get into this that there were some misses on my end. But I have faith in Kody at least to get more than 3. There's got to be more than 3 for Kody this year, mainly because we aligned on many. So I hope he gets more than 3. So Here's
I was
hoping.
going to say that you guys matched on a lot. So
Yes, we did.
I was a little bit more of a wild card. We'll see who that pays off in favor of.
Fingers crossed.
Do we want to get into it?
I'd love to.
Let's do it.
Jackson, take it away.
All right. I believe the first category we're starting out with is the new one, which is Best Documentary Feature Film. Do you guys want to go over your choices first?
Sure. Yeah. I picked a film called Navalny, which I had seen at the time. And it's a documentary about Alexei Navalny and an assassination attempt on his life by the Russian government, particularly the Putin-headed Russian government. I don't know. I'm not feeling too confident about this, but you two matched. So
yes, I picked, as well as Kody picked, Fire of Love, which at the time I had not seen. Still have not seen it, but it's on Disney Plus, so I'm planning to check it out. But yeah, just about volcanologists that were in love and study volcanoes. Looked like some sick footage. A National Geographic joint. I thought it looked pretty, and I think that's why Kody did too. Hopefully, why you picked it.
Yeah, I think the trailer pretty much won me over on this one. Just from the volcano, visuals alone, I feel fairly confident it'll get nominated just because of that. I believe Korbin, you saw it, and you had some not so great things to say about it, but seemed a little biased to me just because we had both picked it. But yeah,
I thought it was all right. I think I do know one movie that is going to get nominated, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Spoiler alert, I think. But
wow.
I also saw that one, and I also wasn't super high on it. So maybe I'm just not into documentaries this year. I don't know what it is. But Jackson, what are the picks?
And the nominees are All That Breathes, All the Beauty and Bloodshed, Fire of Love, A House Made of Splinters, and Navalny.
Oh, wow.
There you go. You guys all got a point.
You snuck in, Korbin.
Off to a good start. I like that. I was worried. Navalny came out a lot earlier in the year, so I was like, maybe people forgot about it. Glad to see it on there. I think it's actually pretty decent. But yeah.
Moving on to Best International Film, Korbin and Kody picked a little thing called RRR. Boys, why'd you pick that?
Well, we picked it because it was popular and it was on Netflix. The thing is, India didn't pick it. So unfortunately, individual countries decide which movie they nominate from their country to go into the Best International Oscar. India did not pick RRR. So we were kind of dead in the water months ago. But Kody, you liked this movie.
Oh, I love this movie. And it was kind of tough a couple months ago when it came out that it clearly wasn't going to be nominated. But nonetheless, I mean, it deserves to be nominated, I would say. I'm not sure what India nominated. I'm sure Jackson will tell us. But this is one of the most fun movies I saw all year. So kind of a shame it got left out.
Yeah, I deviated. I didn't go RRR, even though it was definitely a justified pick. I think it might sneak in somewhere else later, depending on how the Golden Globes went. So I think it might sneak in for original song, maybe. But I went for a movie from Belgium called Close, which I didn't know much about, other than I heard that Lucas Daunt, the director, had a movie called Girl in 2018 that just barely missed the cut for the Oscars last year. And I thought that he's a young filmmaker, it's his time, and it seemed like a kind of sad sounding movie. And the Academy always loves putting a mellow international feature in there. So I thought it would be sad, and I went with Close.
I haven't seen it. Had that A24 stamp of approval as well.
That as well. Yep, you betcha.
And the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina, 1985, Close, EO, and The Quiet Girl.
Quiet Girl.
EO, a movie about a donkey, but not the donkey in Jackson's background. That
big
donkey
year for
will come up later.
donkeys. Wow.
Donkey super fan.
Damn. I watched Argentina 1985 today because I had a hunch. It was pretty good.
Golden Globe winner, right?
Yeah, nice court procedural movie. I'm looking to check out Close. And I don't think we all knew the power of All Quiet on the Western Front, that it was going to be back in September. So excited to see that here.
I think we're going to see it a lot more coming up.
Yeah, I think so.
Should be in Best Picture, honestly, but yeah.
Should. What a banger.
All right, moving on to the next category, which is Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Who'd you guys get?
We all went different for the first deviation here. This is where I threw in Babylon. I think it's deserving, but the movie's just very mixed with everybody. And I don't know if it got any nominations, but Babylon.
Fools. everyone's a fool for not liking Babylon. It's going to be a masterpiece in a couple years. Everyone's going to come to terms with it. I went with the Batman for Colin Farrell fat suit because the Academy loves a fat suit. And Robert Pattinson puts eye black around his eyes too. That happens. So yeah, I just went with that. It was either that or the whale back in the day, if I recall, because again, fat suit. But I went with the Batman because I wanted to put the whale elsewhere. Foreshadow.
And yeah, I ended up going with blonde. Mostly just for the makeup and hairstyling, namesake of the category, you would say. But yeah, the thing about this film is it's really, really bad. So I don't know if it'll get any nominations in general, but out of the ones, I would say it probably has the best chance maybe in a smaller category like this. So kind of hopeful, but definitely not expecting it.
And the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Whale. Carter, you were right. They do love a fat suit.
They love a fat suit. It's
3
just
fat suits made it in.
yes, Elvis too. Gosh, they love a fat suit. Man, that's kind of shocking about blonde though. It could get in there, but maybe not.
Tobey Maguire's makeup, I feel like you didn't even mention that, but
oh yeah. Man, justice for
Rip.
Babylon. That's all.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. You never know. All right, let's move on to best production design.
I went actually All Quiet on the Western Front, which is a pick I feel really good about in hindsight. I think this might have been my most sneaky pick of the entire competition.
Definitely.
If this somehow misses and it gets a nomination everywhere else, I'll be really upset. But All Quiet on the Western Front, it's obviously World War I, trench warfare. You're trying to, there's a lot to represent there.
For me, I went Black Panther Wakanda Forever. The original Black Panther got a nominee in this category back in the day. So I think that was my sole reasoning of putting it in here. I feel okay about it. The fact that it got a makeup and hairstyling might make me feel a little better, but I don't know. There were a lot of other ones out there that probably could be here, but I'm about 50-50 on it. So Black Panther Wakanda Forever for me.
Yeah, then lastly, I went with the Batman in this one. Kind of same as Carter. Like, I don't know how I feel about it just because it did get nominated for makeup and hairstyling. Maybe it's getting a bunch of noms. Maybe it was kind of a 50-50 between those two. But yeah, a lot of cool set designs. So yeah, I feel somewhat confident.
And the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis, and The Fabelmans.
Damn it. Babylon and production design, though.
Shout out.
There we go.
So yeah, a little score update for you guys. Korbin has 2 correct, Carter has 3 correct, and Kody has 1 correct.
Hey,
Like deja vu all over here.
you're on pace, Kody. There's a lot more. You're doing fine.
True.
I'm glad Carter just finally missed one there.
Yeah, finally. I thought he was gonna go perfect.
Cut the Russian.
All right, let's move on to best costume design.
So I went with blonde here. She had to wear the Marilyn Monroe outfits, basically, right? A lot of iconic ones. If this movie, like Kody gets said, if this movie didn't fucking suck, maybe it would get in. But
I went with the Woman King. Haven't seen any nominations for it yet. After it kind of had a moment later half of the year with some certain guild awards, but I'm not seeing it anywhere yet, which makes me a bit concerned. But the costumes were sick in that movie, and I thought it was a crowd-pleasing movie. Maybe it'll show up later. Yeah, the Woman King. Not feeling great about it, but who knows?
Before we hear Kody's pick, I do want to address the fact Kody and I made a little bit of a wager regarding the Woman King and its potential nominations in this last episode that we did. And it was $20. I said Woman King, no nominations. So just keep that in the back of your head. As
someone will be paying somebody. I know what's happening. You guys don't.
Scary.
Very true. So yeah, basically, I'm just rooting for Carter in this category, if I'm being honest, because I picked Amsterdam. Again, just not a good movie. So
worst pick.
Tough.
Well, I mean, this category kind of makes sense because it is like a period piece. So maybe they just threw David O. Russell a bone here because I felt bad, but I highly doubt it.
And the nominees are Babylon, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Fuck off. Fuck all the way off.
Our first O for category.
Yeah, none of you guys got one.
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. That means
it's a movie about fashion design. It's got to get a nominee at some point.
All that means now is that I have to watch that movie. God.
Super excited for Everything Everywhere, though. Great deserving Oscar.
That is very cool. Yeah, interesting.
Another one for Elvis too. I feel like that's been said in almost every category so far.
I watched Elvis last night. It kind of sucks, if I'm being honest, but that's just my opinion.
I'm also not a fan.
I'm not. That scene is terrible. It was worse than I thought it would be.
Timothy.
It's tough. All right, should we move on to Best Sound?
Yes, sir.
You boys got.
Speak of the devil for you.
Speak of the devil. This is where I brought in Elvis.
Yes.
You know, it's a song movie. It's a movie about song. It's Elvis Presley. If you don't have good sound, then you're kind of screwed. It's popped up a lot. I'm feeling confident here.
I took the winner of this award when the Oscars come around. That's
That
Top
is what
Gun
you said
Maverick.
at
Yeah,
the time.
I'm standing by it. Top Gun Maverick. I mean, geez, the jets. Gosh, that's great. A lot of good sound. Saw it in the theater. It was banging. So Top Gun Maverick is my pick.
Yeah, that's a good one. I went with the Women King. So hopefully, it does hit here. That would be nice for $20. But I mean, we haven't heard it yet, so definitely a little worried, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous.
And the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun Maverick.
I was sweating.
I was
These are
worried for you,
alphabetical,
Carter.
so
Holy cow.
nothing I can do about that.
If the Woman King took the Top Gun spot, I would have quit the podcast. I would not.
After getting the nomination, is it still going to win Best Sound, do you think?
Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. Yeah.
I can see Batman.
Shut your mouth.
That
I'm
is
actually
cool.
excited that the Batman got that
Sounded
nom.
bad.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's cool that it got in. So is that 2
Yeah.
so far for it, or
2 or 3.
3?
For the Batman, I think it's costuming,
And makeup and hairstyling.
or it didn't get costume. It got makeup and
Oh, okay.
hairstyling.
So 2. Nice. That's dope.
It didn't get production design, which I think is kind of terrible for it. But
That is unfortunate, but I think it's
Yeah.
because they probably also hated Bruce Wayne's manner in a similar way that I did. So
that you did, yeah.
I get it. Yeah. What's next, Jackson?
Amazing. We are going to Best Visual Effects.
Cool. So I took the obvious pick here with Avatar: The Way of Water.
Solid.
Obviously, I knew
Fair.
Avatar was going to get nominated other places, but this is the most guarantee shoe in. If this movie doesn't get VFX, tear the whole system down.
Yeah, probably the winner there if I had to guess, but maybe not. We'll see. I went against my better judgment with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And I always get this wrong because I always pick the wrong Marvel movie. So it's either this or Black Panther. And if it's Black Panther, I'll be sad. If it's Thor: Love and Thunder, I'll be even sadder. So
There's no way it's Thor:
I don't
Love
think
and Thunder.
it'll be that. But Kody and I shared this one. We're back in sync on this one.
Yeah, I think just for that floating head in Thor 4, that just takes it out completely. But yeah, again, I'm with you, Carter. I don't feel too confident, especially after seeing the movie. But I have missed 5 in a row as well, if anybody's counting. So here comes number 6. But yeah, go for it.
Oh
Zach.
no.
All right. And the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Top Gun Maverick.
Damn it. Every
So-
time.
For those keeping score, Corbin and Carter are now tied at 4, and Kody is still in this with 1.
Oh yeah.
He's
We're not
far
even
behind.
we're not halfway there.
Exactly.
I picked Eternals last year. What an idiot.
I think I picked Eternals for production design, so don't worry.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
We were excited.
All right, we're moving on to Best Editing.
Yeah, this was a bad category for all 3 of us last year. We all missed.
Yes.
So hoping we can do better. We did all 3 pick a different movie. I went Fablemans. My thinking was movies that get nominated for Best Picture are also nominated for Best Editing. Fablemans seemed like a good lock for Best Picture at the time, and I still feel pretty good about it.
Same thought process for me. I went with Everything Everywhere All at Once here. In editing, it could have fallen anywhere else in a lot of places, I feel like. But I felt like the editing is insane and everything everywhere. There's a lot of things going on, plot lines, storylines, effects. So I was like, it feels pretty good to me. So same as Corbino, feeling good about this one.
Definitely more crucial to the plot than mine. But
Yeah, well, hopefully it gives it a little boost. But it's a movie about movie making, and there's editing in that. So you get to
maybe
see
it's
him edit.
an award, for him doing the actual
Yeah,
editing in the movie.
Who's to say?
And something I guess we can even address now is that the way these categories work, it's the individual crafts people voting for these categories and nominating. So it's it's the editors vote for editing specifically. So I guess there would be an appreciation for that for sure.
Good point.
Yeah. And I would say Everything Ever All at Once is not only a shoo-in to get nominated, but a shoo-in to win pretty easily. But I did not pick that. I picked The Son, the Hugh Jackman sort of sequel,
Hugh
whatever.
Jackman vehicle?
Yeah, the vehicle. It's a nice vehicle. But I don't know. I think I haven't seen this film yet. I haven't heard the best things from it. So that's a bit worrying. And also hasn't been nominated for anything, technical before this either. So that's also worrying. So yeah, probably another miss incoming, but go for it, Jackson.
And the nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, The Fableman's out.
Yeah.
Damn.
That hurts.
I think that replaces Elvis. Sheesh.
Elvis has a lot of editing. I don't know if it's the best though.
Yeah. That's surprising.
Yeah.
Not for The Son though, because God, I saw that 2 days ago. What a shit show that movie.
We all thought that was going to be better than it was.
It was
I don't think
Oscar baity as hell. Yeah.
That's not his fault.
Don't worry. That's coming up later for me. It's going to be worse for me.
Well, it's coming up for me as well. It's going to be a lot worse.
Yeah.
My boy Hugh let me down. That's tough.
Best original score.
Well, I took a hit there on Fablemans, but I'm ready to come back here, knowing what Kody and Carter both picked together. I went Top Gun Maverick because of the Hans Zimmer, Lady Gaga power connection. So I believed in that. This is also funny because what movie did you pick for this one, Kody?
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up, but first off, never bet against Lady Gaga. I learned that last year. But yeah, did I pick Empire of the Sun, Empire of the Light? Who knows? But neither of them getting nominated, so it doesn't matter much.
Yeah, I also picked Empire of Light, but yeah, Kody picked Steven Spielberg's 1987 hit Empire of the Sun.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I'm gonna go somewhere different. This is another tough one for me. I'm gonna go with Empire of the Sun, which we've not talked about, and Thomas Newman is doing the score for that movie. It is getting some buzz. This was another one kind of just like I ran out of stuff. So I don't know a ton about this movie, but Thomas Newman is a pretty respected, at his craft, I believe. So yeah, we're going to take him. I think he's got a good shot of getting on this year.
I like it.
Empire of the Sun.
Sam Mendes film. No, it is. It is Empire of the Sun. You're right.
Is
it's
it? Okay.
Sam Mendes film.
Sam Mendes. Yeah, that's what it was.
Wait. Hold on. Empire of Light is the Sam Mendes.
Empire of Light.
That's
Empire
what it is.
There you go.
Empire of the Sun is a Steven Spielberg film from the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I just looked up and I couldn't find it because I was like,
Got it.
It's coming out this year.
Empire
Can hold on. Let me, because Thomas Newman's not doing this score. So what's going on, buddy?
All right. Give me 2 seconds.
Did Thomas Newman? Okay, here's what I
want to do a retake
Empire
here.
of the Light.
Here's what I think you've done. I think you looked up Empire of the Sun.
Trent Reznor and Atticus rocks though. So
yes, but I don't know where you got Thomas Newman because John Williams did the score of Empire of the Sun. So I think you're just high.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I actually don't know. But we'll keep Empire of the Light. I mean, it is getting a lot of buzz, and that's one of the Oscar bait movies. And if Thomas Newman's not doing it, it's probably a good thing because I don't think it's that respected. So I'll go with the other guys here who actually did the score.
Thomas Newman did do the score for 1917, so he has worked with Sam Mendes.
Okay,
so
there you go.
Somewhere you did get it crossed, but Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross are doing the music for this movie, which are also, that's basically, if you're not going to pick Hans Zimmer, that's probably the next best pick. So good job, Kody, for
nice
kind
job,
of falling into that
picks
one.
end up making sense. But yeah, I think this is just a yearly tradition. I got to make some sort of dumb mistake on the show.
No,
but,
you stumbled into greatness.
true.
I think
that's actually not a bad pick. Now that you say
not
that.
a bad pick. But yeah, I picked
cool.
Empire of Light as well. This movie was an abomination. And there really wasn't much going on with the score. I picked it because it was Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor. and the Academy loves them, but I don't think the Academy loves this movie. So I'm looking for another L for you and I, Kody.
And the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fablemans.
Oh, there's your Fablemans.
Nobody got one this time.
Lady Gaga L again. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Listen, I think Gaga's coming in song, even though we didn't do
I was
song
gonna
on
say, I
this,
don't think
but
you guys did song. It made me
Nah,
panic
but
while we
I-
were doing this recording.
she'll get song. But poor Hans, he'll win next year for Dune. So again, maybe. So
Sweet.
we'll see. Tough.
I don't like
All
this. I don't like what's happening.
So yeah, Corbin has 4, Carter has 5, Kody still at 1, but hey man, still a lot to go.
I'm just gonna say shout out Babylon for getting an original score. Nom. That's a 6 score. That's
picked
all.
up a few here. I'm kind of surprised.
I was riding the subway like a week ago, and there was a guy just banging out to the Babylon score, just tapping the hell out of his leg.
Absolutely was.
I mean,
Yeah.
Justin
respect.
Hurwitz doesn't miss. What a guy.
All right, moving on to best cinematography.
So I went for Bardo, which seemed like a good pick of the time. You know, Alejandro Inarritu Gonzalez, the director, won Best Director twice. His movies have been nominated in this category before. Carter, I like the way you described this movie. Can you tell the people what it's about? How would you describe it?
Oh my god, it's the most like up its ass pretentious movie I've ever seen. And when Inarritu is pretty known for being kind of, about himself and really just pretentious and stuff.
This was his Fablemans a little bit, right? But
Yeah, but like egregiously so. Like it was like just like I can't even just shots that like didn't make sense cohesively just to like say, hey, I did this. But I will give you credit, Korbin, like it is a gorgeous looking movie. Like the shots are pretty cool what he does with what they do with the camera. So you might have a shot here.
yeah, and the thing is, when Steven Spielberg makes a movie about how great of a filmmaker he is and how brilliant and genius he was, there's something a little bit endearing about it. But
yeah,
I guess coming from him, it doesn't come across the same.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but check it out and see if you feel the same because it was a journey, and it's also like 3 hours long, so it was tough. Speaking of 3 hours long, I went with Avatar: The Way of Water. Again, I'm feeling worrisome because I picked this because it was nominated previously in this category in 2009, but that's why I picked Black Panther: Wakanda Forever for production design. So that doesn't mean shit. But it's also a gorgeous movie. I don't know if the Academy is going to knock back on it because there's a lot of visual effects, more so than the original film. So I'm nervous. And Kody, I don't know if you're nervous with me because you picked this as well.
Yeah, I did. To be completely honest, I'm not very nervous. I think this is a shoe-in. I'm gonna lock it in right now as my second point. Very, very much needed second point as well. But yeah, I feel pretty confident. I mean, the last one straight up won it. So without a nom here, I would be pretty surprised.
And Kody and I also have another bet for $20 that if this movie wins, he bet me $20 that this movie will win. So when I take the Woman King $20 and then this movie wins, he's gonna get it back. So it's kind of all net zero at the end of the day. But yeah.
All right. And the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, Elvis,
Bardo Hive,
Empire of Light,
what?
And Tar.
Oh no!
$40.
Holy shit!
I'm rich.
No nomination from Avatar.
God damn it! How dare I bet against Roger Deakins? Empire of Light gets in there, man.
I will be right back. I'm so sorry.
God, this guy.
That's wild. Empire of the Light gets in there too.
God,
I'll
the
take
Deakins.
I'll take that
$40,
Kody.
Gosh.
What else could Women King get?
Viola Davis, Best Actress.
Yeah, that's
screenplay maybe. Dang,
dude, I feel like this Avatar was kind of better looking than the last one.
That feels that feels like a snub to me.
It's the sequel thing.
That's wild.
Yeah, it could be the sequel effect.
Do you think Avatar is gonna? I don't know. There's 3 more of them. The 5th one is gonna be amazing. So
do you think
that one win Best Picture?
You think it's gonna be like a Return of the King situation? Like we're waiting for the last one?
Maybe.
I hope not.
I'm curious to see what happens with Dune, honestly.
If Avatar 5 wins Best Picture, I will never watch Oscars again.
Yeah. But are they gonna make more Dune movies though after the second one? Because there's a lot of books. So
I think Denis always said that like he would be interested in doing, I think like the first and second book if he was gonna do it. So I think it would be these two as like the first book is 2 movies and then just 1 movie for the third book. So
interesting.
maybe there'll be another one, but obviously there hasn't been anything announced. They didn't even officially announce part 2 until
It made
kind of
money.
after the first one. Yeah. No.
We'll see. We'll see. I love that the donkey is like right up on the microphone perfectly. It's awesome.
Looks great.
Man, are we gonna see a Paul Mescal nom? Because I thought that 5th slot was for Hugh Jackman this whole time, and then I saw the movie and it's not for him. So
yeah, it was definitely like wide open.
But I don't know. We'll see. It could be him still.
Tom
People love
Hanks, A
Hugh
Man Called
Jackman.
Otto.
That would be the most Academy pick of all time. That's a 90s Academy pick if I've ever seen one.
I'm so sorry. I'm back. Anyways,
You're fine.
We're back.
He said annoyed.
No, we're keeping it all in, so it doesn't matter.
No, don't.
This whole conversation's in.
Okay.
We did all our best stuff while you were gone.
Oh, great. Perfect. Moving on to best animated.
I went with a pick that my co-host Kody was too spineless to make. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, not the Disney Pinocchio.
Yes.
God. I actually got to go see at the Museum of Modern Art here in New York City the actual like sets that they built for this film. It's very beautiful. It's handcrafted stuff, tireless effort. The animators, the people who made it. This is definitely deserving of a nomination, and personally, I think a win. I don't think it'll get it because of a movie that I can see on my screen right now potentially. But I think Pinocchio's getting a nom at the very least.
Yeah, great pick. I went with the movie that I had seen at the time, Turning Red, which I thought was just pretty phenomenal. And Pixar, I think it's the Pixar pick of the year, definitely not Lightyear. So I feel good about Turning Red. I feel good about Pinocchio too. I think it might win, Korbin. Also, I know you're referencing Marcel the Shell here, but I don't know. It's a good animated year, I think. So, and Kody, we're back on the board with the dub. I can tell you right now because you also did Turning Red, buddy.
I did. I feel like that may be a jinx since I did that just with Avatar in the last one.
Knocking on wood.
Same. But yeah, Pinocchio is a great pick from Korbin, and you are correct. I'm not even going to argue with you. Spineless, just spineless. After the year before I picked it, then just no confidence in Guillermo the next year. So that's my own fault. But I feel decent about Turning Red, so hopefully it's in there.
And the nominees are Del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish,
Let's go.
Dub.
The Sea Beast,
Oh,
and
Netflix?
Turning Red.
hey, there we go, Kody.
We're back.
I have not seen the Sea Beast. That's the Netflix
haven't
one,
either.
right?
I think so. This is a very strong category this year. I gotta say, super strong.
Very
We
fun.
didn't even mention Puss in Boots. I feel like that. I don't know. I don't know what the favorite here is, honestly.
It's a strong category. Holy cow.
Puss in
The
Boots,
top-
the movie that I actually like the best of all of those.
I enjoyed it a lot. It's very good.
I loved Marcel.
Jackson, do you own Puss in Boots?
I do own Puss in Boots. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, I'm a big Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots.
Puss in
Puss
Boots
in
fan?
Boots. Yeah, that's what we call ourselves.
Yeah. Pussies.
No, I love the movie. Big fan. Not the
Big
first
fan.
one. The first one is hot garbage. That sucks and should
Yeah,
never
it's
be
not-
watched. But the
it's not great.
second one, it's a game changer, is what I
It
say.
truly is.
Justice for Humpty Dumpty.
No, he can die.
Zach Galifianakis?
Is that who it was?
I think so.
We're getting derailed. All right.
Anyway.
Best original screenplay.
Rein it in, host. So I went Decision to Leave. In the past couple of years, the Academy has become increasingly more international, and with movies like Parasite or even Drive My Car last year getting recognition, I thought a movie that was really successful at Cannes, like Decision to Leave from Park Chan-wook, had a shot here, but I don't know. It's kind of wavered in the last few weeks, so I could see it getting left out. But a good movie, kind of Hitchcock-esque.
Yeah, it was cool. I saw Decision to Leave in a theater. It was really fun. I went with Amsterdam, and it's not going to be here, and I'm just going to move on to Kody because it's a terrible, terrible script and a terrible movie by a terrible man. So I'm going to move on to Kody Webb. What'd you pick, buddy?
Agreed. I went with Nope here. I don't know what to feel about this. No other noms really from it, but I feel like this category may be on the thinner side this year. But honestly, I have no idea what's going to get nominated, so I'm interested to find out.
I would nominate Nope. I would pick Nope.
I would
I mean, I would
maybe
too,
to win,
but-
but
We're not the Academy, Korbin. So.
we're not.
I'd pick Amsterdam. So
And the nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness.
oh, I gotta tell you guys, like when I was doing this the first time, I had Amsterdam / Triangle of Sadness, and then I went with Amsterdam. So that's a big L for me.
Wow.
Sorry.
I'll forgive you.
Thank you.
We did really bad there. I
That's
think
enough.
we might do
That's
equally
enough.
Shake
bad
it
on,
off, boys.
on
It's
this
okay.
next one. What is it, Jackson?
All right, we're moving to Best Adapted Screenplay.
So Carter and I actually matched on this one, I think for the first time, and it was Glass Onion, a Knives Out story, obviously adapted because it's based on the characters of the first movie, Knives Out. But I mean, haven't seen it pop up at all. Maybe Ryan Johnson gets a little bit of love, but it is a sequel. Good movie. I think it's deserving of a nomination for sure. But
I feel good about it because if it's here, this is the exact thing that happened when it was nominated the previous time because it only got nominated for screenplay and that was it. And so if it's here and nowhere else, that would be on par, and I still feel good about it. And Kody, I don't know about yours.
Yeah, I ended up going with White Noise, the Netflix film, Noah Baumbach. Good cast, in hindsight, I don't feel bad about the pick. It just kind of got very mixed reception, it seems. So I would be surprised if it got nominated. But Glass Onion, I would think it would be there. So I think you guys are going to double up here on the points.
justice
the
for White Noise, justice for Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, Korbin loves that
She'll
movie
get her
too.
due.
Just really tough to adapt. He did the best he could.
I've been reading that book actually, and yeah, it's pretty dense.
You don't even know if it's nominated or not.
Oh
Why
yeah,
are you
sorry. Go ahead.
dishing
Sorry.
it? Okay, and the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Women Talking.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Woman King.
Uh,
Oh, dang! Top Gun Maverick getting the screenplay nom is pretty cool.
Okay, I have a question. What is Glass Onion adapted from?
it's
Knives
adapted
Out.
from Knives Out, which was an original screenplay.
Oh,
but
come
now
on.
It's, now
Sequels,
it's,
yeah.
Okay, that's so weird. So that's why Top Gun is that then too?
yeah, because it's
It's so strange.
adapted from a
Technicality.
yeah.
Weird. Okay, fair enough.
It's the
Um,
Academy's weird.
Well, and it actually is it's not too surprising to see Living there. That's obviously
Yeah,
based on
that's,
the Kurosawa film, which I think, I mean, it's also a very well loved film.
So we'll see. Maybe it'll pop up.
Excellent.
next?
All right, let's move on to Best Director.
So for best director, I went Sarah Polley. Maybe
women.
20 years ago, not a lot of women getting nominated for best director, but in the past 2 years, we've had 2 women nominated and won, with Chloe Zhao in 2020, and then
Jane Campion.
Jane Campion last year, The Power of the Dog.
I
And
got you.
I was hoping, Sarah Polley will come in as well, but I don't know. I'm not feeling too hot about this one.
I had Damien Chazelle for Babylon. And in a perfect world, a world with sane people, this would be here. But I'm on the fence because I didn't think this would be a very well-loved movie at the Academy, but it's gotten a few hit or miss here. So it might be a shocker to get in there. But I don't know. There's a lot of big name directors in here. So I don't know if it'll make it. But I'm with Damien Chazelle. For Kody's sake, I hope it's here.
Yeah, we teamed up again here. I believe everyone we've teamed up. Oh no, Turning Red hit. So maybe we're on a roll here. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of what you said there, Carter. I think it's got like 2 or 3 technical noms, so kind of hard to judge. But I feel like best director is always loaded, so maybe he slid in that 5th spot. But I would be a little surprised.
I will say I think both Sarah Polley and Damien Chazelle may be more worthy than some of the people who do get nominated here. But let's hear them.
And the nominees are Martin McDonough for The Banshees of Inisherin, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steven Spielberg for The Fablemans, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Ostlund for Triangle of Sadness.
Triangle of Sadness. I like that movie. I do, but I
A
don't know.
director nom?
It's interesting.
Man, that's some snubs there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would throw Joseph Kaczynski in there before Ruben for Top Gun, but what do I know? What do I know, Academy? I'd throw Damien Chazelle in there, actually.
I like the Tar Todd Field.
Yeah, that's fun. Tar Hive right up. Tar Heads, I think they're called.
All right, moving on to Best Supporting Actor.
Don Cheadle for White Noise. Again, this movie just wasn't really very well liked. But I don't know, these categories are weird. Best supporting actor, best supporting actress. You can get a random out of the blue person pop up last minute. So here's to hoping for it's a Don's day.
Don Cheadle was fun in White Noise. He could show
Murray.
up. Yeah, that little back and forth, the Elvis and Hitler thing was fun. Him and Adam Driver. I went with Brendan Gleeson for Banshees. Here's where I put my Banshees here. I feel really good about this. He randomly hosted SNL this year, so I think he's been out there on the campaign trail. But I could also see Barry here, Keoghan for Banshees too. So I don't know if they ate each other's nom, but that's
why not both?
Why not both? Banshees rise up. So that's what I got.
Yeah, I would be surprised if Brendan Gleeson wasn't on here. I do think Barry Keoghan deserves a nom as well, so I back that. I ended up going with Anthony Hopkins for Armageddon Time. Kind of on the same page with Korbin here. Maybe they'll just throw him a bone because it's Anthony Hopkins.
He was good.
Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I would assume he's very good because he's Anthony Hopkins. But yeah, might as well go with the obvious pick. I think I said in the episode. How can you bet against Anthony Hopkins at the Oscars? Tough
True.
to do.
I think Anthony Hopkins was easily the best part of that movie.
I agree. Yeah. Jeremy Strong's accent was fun.
His Ray Romano impression.
And the nominees are Brendan Gleeson, Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry, Causeway.
Oh, that's sick.
Judd Hirsch, The Fablemans, Barry Keoghan, The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ke Huy Quan, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Heck yeah.
Damn.
Future winner of the award.
I think so.
Cody, I think
so.
Judd Hirsch stole the Anthony Hopkins spot. That's tough.
Anthony's gonna be pissed, but that's all right. I don't get that one.
Good for
Screen
Barry.
time
That's hype.
on Judd Hirsch in that movie?
5 minutes.
It's like really short. Yeah.
Very long.
Cool.
That's cool.
All right.
Ke Huy Quan, yeah, go him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope he
yeah.
wins.
Moving on to Best Supporting Actress.
So I think we have to address Carter here first. What was your pick, Carter?
My pick was for Michelle Williams for The Fablemans, which is definitely a supporting performance in the film. But due to Academy fraud and voting fraud, she is running in Best Lead Actress. So therefore ineligible. It's a travesty because I think if she was running here, she might win the award. But now I think she's up against Angela Bassett, which I think is a shoo-in in this category now. But yeah, I have no horse in the race here, so I'll throw it back to Korbin.
Yeah, I think she very may well have won this category, and now she may not even be nominated for Best Actress, but we'll see. I went Dolly DeLeon for Triangle Sadness. There was a lot of buzz coming out of Cannes at the time.
Great nom.
Seeing Ruben Ostlund get that director nom, and then that other, one that was up there, makes me feel good about this. That there's some eyes on this, and we might even see it later down in the picture category. But
For sure.
Yeah, a lot of shout out for Triangle Sadness. I ended up going with Jessie Buckley for Women Talking. This was kind of a tough pick back in the day too, because I mean, there's so many good supporting actresses. I think in this movie, I would guess that at least one of the Women Talking will be nominated, but hopefully it's my woman, and hopefully it's Jessie Buckley.
Hopefully it's my woman. Love it.
And the nominees are Angela Bassett, Black Panther Wakanda Forever,
very cool.
Hong Chow, The Whale,
Oh,
Carrie Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin,
Nice.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once,
That's awesome.
and Stephanie Sue for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
oh, that's cool.
Everything.
I like it. I think Jamie Lee Curtis is going to hurt her chances by
I think
spoiling
so
it, which
too.
kind of sucks. But
I would have thrown De Leon in the Jamie Lee Curtis slot probably.
that's probably fair.
But-
I
Yeah,
don't like the double movie
Yeah.
representation personally.
That hurts.
No
Well,
women
exactly.
top.
That's
Tough.
probably the most surprising because I feel like Stephanie Hugh has not been getting much love at all anywhere. And I've seen a lot of
No.
people be like, oh, she
She's
should be
great.
the one over Jamie
Yeah.
Lee Curtis, which I agree with to a certain extent. It's cool to see
Yeah.
them both in here.
Mhm.
The Hong Chao one, I mean, it's also probably a shout out for her work in the menu this year as well. Well-loved
She's fun in
film.
that.
I don't think she's not great in The Whale, to be honest. but-
I don't. There's a lot of pieces in The Whale that don't work, and Sadie Sink being the main one. But yeah, that's cool nomination. A lot of first time noms in that category though, which is cool. So
Interested to see who wins. I mean, do we think Angela Bassett's the favorite right now?
I think it's that or
Carrie Condon?
She's great
Yeah.
in Banshees.
Yeah,
I
it might
really liked
be.
her.
I did
Could
really
be.
like her in Banshees.
It's a wide open category.
I would say Angela Bassett probably, but
she's definitely the
it is
favorite
a
right
title.
now. But because I feel like that's going to be a It's Time award, so we'll see. Or Jamie Lee Curtis, but I don't know. This is Jamie Lee Curtis's first nomination, I think. So didn't get one for
Yeah, it
Freaky
is.
Friday.
It is. Yeah, it's
Wow.
her first.
Good for her. That's crazy.
That's unfortunate. She didn't, Carter.
Yeah,
Just
I can't
missed
believe
it.
it. Lindsay
Sixth
Lohan's
one looking in.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan took it from her.
Category
Wow.
fraud.
Category fraud.
All right, let's move on to Best Actor, where you boys had 2 each, I believe.
Yeah, we decided to make it a little bit more difficult for best actor and actress with picking 2 each. So we matched on our first one, Brendan Fraser for The Whale. And I think this is probably a shoe-in. It's Brendan's year. I would love to see him win this award. It's kind of for a complicated movie that's very mixed with a lot of people. I'm kind of mixed on it myself, even about how to feel. But his performance has a lot of heart, and he is very good. He's a very deserving person of a nomination, and hopefully a win as well.
This is a tough category this year because I think in my eyes, it's a 3-horse race. Not to spoil what I think the nominations might be, but I think Brendan Fraser is definitely in the running for sure. But we'll see where it goes. But Korbin, do you want to give your other pick?
Yeah, feeling a lot less strong about this last one because I went for Hugh Jackman in The Sun.
There it is.
As we've talked about, not a very good movie. I think he would have been that 5th spot, but he's nowhere to be seen here, I don't think.
If this were like 1993, he'd be there, I think. But yeah, I don't feel good about that for you. Sorry. And it'll come for me later. I feel worse about something later. So
Yeah.
I'm going to let Kody talk about Austin Butler, baby, because we both had him.
Yeah, me and Carter both took 2 of the best performances I think of the year. The one we left out, obviously, Banshees of Inisherin. Was it Colin Farrell? I think maybe he's the front runner. I would say honestly, I think Austin Butler will win, which really pisses me off. But I did take him and Brendan Fraser both in The Whale. I would assume heavily that these are both on here. This is the changing point in the competition, boys, because I don't think I'm going to miss one going forward. So yeah, Austin Butler, that stupid voice will haunt me forever, but I think he'll definitely get on.
And the nominees are Austin Butler, Elvis,
Hey, buds.
Colin Farrell, Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser, The Whale, Paul Mescal, After Sun,
Whoa.
and Bill Nighy for Living.
Damn.
No Tom
That's-
Hanks.
No Tom Hanks.
Tom Cruise got beat out, which is pretty crazy.
Damn, Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
Wow. I've not seen that movie. Korbin, you saw it, didn't you?
I have seen After Sun. I wasn't as high on it as everyone else, but it is kind of, an up and coming performance that kind of makes sense here. Paul Mescal is very good in it, kind of playing this father figure. But yeah, Tom Hanks for Pinocchio and A Man Called Otto. We should have, celebrated this man while we still
You did all
him.
that in one day? Oh, God.
Figaro.
Does Paul Mescal eat the Austin Butler votes as like the young heartthrob?
I hope so.
I mean,
that's all I
hopefully.
say.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
That
feel
would-
like it's between Brendan Fraser and Colin Farrell. And honestly, I don't care who gets it because I like them both.
When we
feel
recorded
good
this
too.
episode, Kody, you talked about how much you disliked Austin Butler because he had not stopped being Elvis, and you were really
Yes.
hoping that by now he would have stopped. If
He
you
is
watch the
not.
Golden Globes, he definitely has not stopped. And I think we're getting Elvis and Dune come September
I
or
can't
October.
wait.
Oh yeah, baby.
Do the voice.
If he's doing that, dude, I might just walk out of the theater, honestly. But
That's half a star deduction immediately. But then I'll see Florence Pugh and the star will go back up.
I back that.
Big for you, Kody. 2 there.
Huge.
Oh, yeah, do you want a score update? Okay, we got Korbin at 8 points, Carter at 10 points, and Kody at 4 points. Let's go.
Oh,
They beat
baby.
last year. That's all we
Anyone's
really
game.
did.
All right, now we're moving on to Best Actress.
So again, we went 2 picks here. Feeling a lot more confident about both of my picks. But again, we matched on one of them, all 3 of us. Cate Blanchett, Tar. She's right here in the background right now. And I really like this movie. It's my second favorite movie of the year. It kind of rides on Cate Blanchett's shoulders throughout. She makes Lydia Tar feel like a real person.
Hell yeah. Agreed. I think she is in the running with the other person on your guys' list. I think it's a 2-horse race in that one. So I'll let you guys say your second picks, and then I'll come in with my scary, not feeling good pick.
Yeah, I'll just jump in. I think Michelle Yeoh and Everything Ever All at Once. I mean, I don't know. That would be my personal pick, but I feel like both her and Cate Blanchett are pretty much shoo-ins to get nominated. So again, I'm feeling good here. I think it's another 2 for 2 on both those.
Yeah, me and you both, Cate Blanchett, Tar. Carter, where'd you differ? And outside of the Michelle Yeoh pick?
I went with a great film that I saw this year, Ana de Armas and Blonde. Yikes. This movie's terrible. I went with this pick because the Academy loves when celebrities play dead people. And when they're real dead people, and when they were real famous dead people that they didn't award in their lifetime. Judy Garland and Judy as the most recent example. I was feeling really bad going into this, but seeing a Blonde nomination earlier, I forget what it was in. Did we see one? Did we not see one? We did
I
see
think we saw one. Yeah, I forget which one.
Yeah, we talked about it, which makes me feel a little better. Colin Farrell hyped her up at the Golden Globes, which I was like, oh, we're back, baby. He was like, he cried watching it. I don't know if it was because it was really bad or really good. So
I think Colin Farrell was putting the moves on Ana de Armas, but
listen,
I
by
can't
all
blame
means,
him.
buddy. Go for it. Ben Affleck's out of the picture now, so go for it. So yeah, I went with Ana de Armas and of course Cate Blanchett. So expecting to get 1 for sure.
And the nominees are Cate Blanchett, Tar, Ana de Armas, Blonde,
Wow.
Andre Risenborough, To Leslie,
What the fuck?
Michelle Williams, The Fablemans, and Michelle
Wow.
Yeoh, Everything Everywhere
Okay.
All at Once.
Can we talk
Michelle
about
Williams
this?
got in.
yeah. Carter, have you listened to the Big Picture episode where they talked about this?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so this is an interesting thing. Nobody's seen this movie.
This is the wife.
What's it
for
called?
Sure. To Leslie?
To Leslie.
Yeah. So in recent days, though, there's been a bit of a surge of support of this film, and it can kind of be traced back to a tweet pinned by Edward Norton a few days ago. I've got the tweet here.
Dang.
January 10th, Edward Norton. I don't post a lot about films or actor performances. Maybe I should more often. But for those interested in really great acting, I'll share that Andrea Riseborough's portrayal in To Leslie just knocked me sideways. It's about the most fully committed, emotionally deep, new tweet, physically harrowing performance I've seen in a while, just raw and utterly devoid of performative BS. It's a tough but really elegant and compassionate film by Michael Morris, where the emotion is really earned. I happened to catch it, and wow, I was really staggered by it. New tweet. The depth she reached, very rare.
Jesus.
Check it out. So shout out Edward Norton for, I guess, putting everybody on and kind of starting this social media push that I think then a ton of other actors also were tweeting about, and awards, Andrea Riseborough, yeah. And I guess it's come to fruition. Best actress nom.
So smart because no one talked about it all year. And then right when the voting window opened, Edward Norton sent that little tweet. And for 5 days, everyone was talking about it while the voting window was open. And it's just, I think it just proves that the Academy is once again it's just a club full of actors who are just like, oh yeah, let's get behind this person. So
Yeah, I don't even think they pushed for any of the awards for it either, to my knowledge.
Well, now I got to watch this movie. So
Yeah,
I rented it today, so I'll be watching it
Oh,
tonight.
boy.
nice.
Let us know how it
Felt
is.
this coming. Okay.
Yikes. Wow.
All right. Should we move into the last but not least?
Yeah.
Best picture.
Whoa.
Why you seem so sad?
Well,
Yeah.
because I don't think I'm gonna win.
Oh, it's okay. You don't know that.
I'm down
Yeah.
2 right now. I
Good.
do feel pretty confident that neither of Carter's picks are
Yeah.
gonna get in, but I'm also not feeling too hot about mine. My 2 picks. One, Banshees of Inisherin, which has a good shot to win this award. Definitely in the running in the top 3 right now, I think.
For sure.
Then I also went Wakanda Forever. Yes, it's gotten a little bit of love, which maybe gives it a shot, but it's a sequel. It's a year of a lot of sequels. I think Top Gun and Avatar are going to get into the sequels. I don't know. We'll see. Triangle of Sadness? I don't know. Yeah, not feeling great.
I'm not feeling great at all about my first one, which was The Sun, which, good God, Carter, get your head in the game. Terrible pick. I was riding off the high of Florian Zeller and the success of The Father. Was hoping to see similar stuff here. Not the case. My second one was Women Talking. And I don't feel great not seeing a director or any acting. And
I mean, no nominations at all, right?
Was there a screenplay? Did I miss that? Was there
I
not
think
a
there was
screenplay?
one for Women Talking.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't feel good about that either. We'll see if that sneaks in.
It was
Last
adapted
year,
screenplay.
adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
Last year I picked Nightmare Alley as my sleeper pick, and I feel like a similar case for maybe Women Talking. I don't know. I don't feel good about it. So maybe it'll be Blonde, and I'll kill myself. So I'll go to Kody.
I'd be very surprised if Blonde or Women Talking get nominated, for being honest. Also, I completely forgot, but it looks like I owe Korbin $40 because there's no way the Woman King is
Oh, just you wait, baby.
but that's fine. I ended up going with Top Gun Maverick, which I feel fairly confident about. And then I also, with Korbin, picked Wakanda Forever. I don't think it's going to get nominated. Obviously, the expansion of 10 films helps its chances a little bit, but I think there was a lot of other movies that were much better this year. But yeah, I'll take one last point, I guess, and go home happy.
All right. And the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front,
Ooh.
Avatar, The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Woman Talking.
Oh, let's go. Never underestimate women.
That's unbelievable.
Well, we all got
The
one.
only nom I got was Best Picture.
No, it got adapted screenplay.
And an
but
adapted screenplay, yeah.
Too fair.
Still,
Triangle of Sadness snuck in
Triangle of
there.
Sadness. Yeah, that's an Academy favorite this year, I guess.
Wow.
So I have the final scores coming in third place. Who improved? I gotta say he improved from
Aaron
3
last year.
to 7. Kody. Then we have another improvement in second place from 8, I believe, to 11. It's Korbin. And the guy who didn't do better and didn't do worse, it's Carter at 13.
Consistency is key, boys.
Great stuff. I just want to say Everything Everywhere All at Once had the most nominations at 11. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. Good for them. Is that the
Yeah.
front runner now? Is that Best Picture contender?
Probably.
I would love to see it happen. It'd be cool.
I would love to also.
I'd
You know
also
how
be
many
cool with the
noms,
Tar rise
How
up.
many noms did
Let's
Elvis
push
get,
it.
you know?
Not Elvis.
Elvis.
I don't get it, man. I don't get
got, like,
Elvis.
How many noms did it get, Jackson? Do you know?
He got like 9 or 10.
Elvis off the top of my head, I didn't tally it, but it's a lot.
6 or
Yeah.
7 at least, I think.
Yeah.
Goodness. Again, it's a movie about a guy, the dead famous guy who didn't give an Oscar for Blue Hawaii or whatever, and when he was alive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, House. Maybe he
So
got, like,
after,
song, honestly, I don't know.
yeah. So after hearing these nominations, are we excited about the Oscars? Are we feeling
I'm
looking
pumped.
forward to the ceremony?
I gotta say, this might be the most excited I've been in a long time for the Oscars. They've got the populist movies in there with,
Mhm.
Top Gun and Avatar, and they got the Academy staples of things they like Banshees and the Fablemans and things like that. And Jimmy Kimmel's back to host, so I think it's
Oh, yeah.
gonna feel like the good old days. But I think more people will tune in, maybe. But they should have nominated Tom Cruise. Then everyone would tune in. That's my thought.
Scientology, man.
Yeah, you got to get that Scientology niche.
I
Probably
think
film on Mission Impossible.
I think they did a pretty good job for the most part. There's definitely some things, that there's some people I would like to see get in, and maybe we'll talk more about that tomorrow or for you guys' episode.
Yeah.
And as we pick, we'll kind of discuss that. But I think for the most part, they got it pretty right. I think more right than most years. So this is pretty cool. Good job, Academy, I guess.
You missed out on the Woman King, though. Sorry about-
And Nope with 0 nominations, which
Yeah.
I think is maybe the biggest snub of this season.
And
Who
White
knows?
Noise too, Jackson. Your
And White-
favorite
hey,
movie.
I think if it got some nominations, I wouldn't even be mad because it's not for me, but it's a well executed movie. I can't disagree.
All Quiet on the Western Front. Netflix spent
Yeah.
their marketing
Ah.
differently.
I think that is
A lot of
chance
these are also available on Streamer, which is super nice. So like, go check these out.
If
'cause
they
they're
had
everywhere.
put Tar on Peacock sooner, I think it would have had a better chance. But
The Peacock numbers from the 3 people who have it would really boost it.
Hey,
Jackson,
man.
you seen
I-
Tar yet?
I haven't.
Oh,
check
And
it
I don't
out.
have Peacock. Is it on
You gotta-
Peacock?
You got to become a Tar Heel, buddy.
Ugh,
God, there you go. North Carolina, rise up.
I do have Peacock. You can use my account if you want.
okay.
I think it's
okay,
free.
I'll hit you up.
Peacock.
Oh, is
It is? Why-
Maybe-
I need to watch The
maybe you can
Office
watch
again.
it.
Then. What am
Yeah.
I not doing?
I don't know.
Ugh.
All right, guys, let's move on to congratulations, Carter. First of all, I don't think we
Yeah.
said the winner gets anything, so you just
I
get
just
to
get
rub it
pride.
in our face again.
I'll just go watch the Sea Beast, and that'll be my greatest reward.
You guys got
And,
to do Stalker again.
And you know what, Jackson? Next year, you want to participate because I feel like Cody.
I'd love
needs,
to.
Cody needs
Oh,
somebody to beat.
baby.
Cody needs somebody to beat.
Oh, let's do
I
it.
need some competition. Yeah.
Or does Cody get relegated and Jackson comes in?
He has to host.
Cody-
That'd be fun. I'm down for whatever.
So
If Cody
No.
had gotten 3 again, he would have definitely been removed.
He would have been
from the
relegated.
competition.
all right, I say next year if I get less than 6 or 7, however I got, then I'm officially relegated. I would say.
Next year, all the categories, Jackson's in. Let's hit it.
Let's
Oh,
go.
baby. Excited.
But we got a ways to go till then. And for now, we got to do we have a Podgorithm. Our next and final category of the day, where I draw a card and then we just talk about it for a short, quick period of time, 30 seconds. And the movie today is Suicide Squad.
The
regular one? or
Not the Suicide Squad, Suicide
Oh.
Squad. Cody, take it away. Suicide
Go
Squad.
for it.
Talking
Cody.
about what are we? Some sort of Suicide Squad? This movie sucks. I actually rewatched it. I think like a year ago almost. The first time since it's out in theaters. Jared Leto Joker, I feel like on paper kind of makes sense, but I feel like the editing kind of takes away his performance in the like 3 scenes he's in, and that was pretty much in all the trailers too. But yeah, I don't like this movie. Margot Robbie's the one awesome spot, and we got a cool sequel from James Gunn, so could be worse.
Yeah, speaking of Oscars, Oscar winner Suicide Squad. Man, I hyped this movie up so much to my friends when it was coming out because it's just an IP that I really like. The trailers looked great, and then they decided to use the trailer house to cut this movie, and it is shit. Sadly. And man, Jared Leto Morbius, I just saw that. He can't act. Get him out of there. We're done with him. No more.
Academy Award winner Jared
more-
Leto.
Exactly. We're done with him. Yeah, I don't know. Killer Croc was kind of cool looking. And Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is goated forever. And Viola Davis.
Panic at the Disco had a great cover of Bohemian Rhapsody on the soundtrack.
That
So
aged
that
well.
that was neat. Will
Rest in
Smith,
peace, Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just disbanded
today.
today.
They just disbanded, which is confusing because it's only Brendan
One-
Urie
it's
that's in
only
this
one
band
guy.
still, so I don't know what's going on there. But anyway,
It's like a
Suicide
Tame Impala
Squad-
situation.
Yes, it is. Suicide Squad is bad. Will Smith, I think, had a lot of potential as this character if this
Yeah.
was to continue. But the James Gunn DC is coming in. I don't think maybe he'll carry over Will Smith. I don't know. I think Margot Robbie will stick with it, but I don't know what the Lady Gaga stuff is going to be and
I don't
Joker.
know.
What's going on with that? Anyway, this is an abomination to the eyes, but it is an Oscar winner for makeup and hairstyling. So shout out Suicide Squad.
This movie did give us Viola Davis in the DC EU for the first time, which is a positive.
Sure. Yeah.
Otherwise, mostly negatives all across the board. I do like this better than other DC films. Like
Which ones?
Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel, most of them, most of the
Those are
early
bad,
Zack
but they're
Snyder ones.
better. Ooh.
Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, maybe. That's a close
Ow.
one. That's a close one. But yeah,
it could be better.
this movie has, Will Smith
That's
and
good.
Margot Robbie, like you said. So at the very least, it's got that. And David Ayer tried. Obviously, he got cut out by the old trailer house. So what can you do?
I don't think an Ayer cut can save this movie, to be
Oh,
fair.
no, I don't
know.
think so either. But I mean, he's the guy who gave us
Fury.
what's the Bright.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Fury
Right,
is
that was-
dope. End of Watch
Fury's
is
good.
amazing.
Also,
Fury is
Training
good.
Day and End of Watch. Like there are some good. He's done good movies, but yeah. All right, and then lastly, recommendations.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
People, what do you want to recommend to the listeners?
I got one. I'll start us off. I checked out Barbarian this week on HBO Max. And oh my God, I'm not a horror movie guy, but I love this movie. It is scary. The commentary is amazing. Justin Long is hilarious. It's great. It's got amazing editing. I'm all in for it. Super scary, super fun. Barbarian.
Some good Reagan stuff in that.
Yeah.
I'll go now. I would recommend, since it got a lot of noms today, and I don't think a lot of people knew about it until it started getting buzz. All Quiet on the Western Front is an amazing movie. It's a remake of a Best Picture winner, if that does anything for you, back in 1930s. But definitely told from a different perspective, from the German perspective. It's a long watch, but it's on Netflix, and it's an intense watch, and I would highly recommend it. And also, shameless plug, check out the Rough Cut Retrospective, where we talk about movies and TV and stuff. We're doing our Oscar nom episode, as Korbin mentioned, this week.
We also just did a fantasy draft last week. So back-to-back episodes with you guys, and having a fun little competition with that.
Indeed. So tune in on our updates, our weekly updates of that for the fantasy filmography season 2, which is fun. We got these guys in, and it's going to be a hell of a year watching these movies. And I don't recommend The Sun, which I saw this week. So that's all from me.
Kody.
Yeah, both really good recs, I think. Barbarian is one of my favorites there too, and I'm not a horror guy at all either. And All Quiet on the Western Front, I think it deserves to be in that upper echelon of Best Picture 100%. I have two small recs that I checked out this week, both TV. I watched That 90s Show.
Ooh.
The new reboot on Netflix of obviously That 70s Show. I kind of liked it, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely just pretty much nostalgia from That 70s Show. But they bring back Eric and Donna's kid, and her name's Leia, which I love. And she's basically just like a mini Eric Foreman. But the plot's whatever, and then the acting's okay. But I don't know if I'd recommend it if you haven't seen the original, basically. But I kind of liked it, so hopefully they keep. But anyways, the other thing I started watching this week is The Boys, which Korbin has been on me to start watching. I believe I'm on episode 6 now, and I started it just a couple days ago, so trying to burn through it pretty quickly. But I love it so far. I mean, the characters are great. The Deep might be my favorite. Just the scene of him trying to...
What?
Well,
not the
that
worst,
way,
to be fair, but
not
man,
not like I like it.
He's one of the more interesting
characters.
characters.
Yeah, that's true.
The scene of him trying to get the dolphin out of like SeaWorld, and then it all goes
I forgot
horrifically
about
long. I was dying at that scene. But I got Carl Urban with an accent. Can't complain. So I'll keep us updated on that. But that's all I had this week.
A bit of a Tom Cruise arc in that show as well.
I like that
Yeah,
we're shouting
for
out. They're shouting him out for an accent when that's just his
voice.
Different accent. He's Australian. He's doing Cockney, I think.
Sure.
Technically.
That's like it might as well be the same thing, right?
I don't know. He says cunt a lot. That's all I know.
Shout out Carl Urban.
Oi.
For me, I watched a couple 2022
Nice
releases
one.
with a little bit of a rollover into the new year here. Alice Darling, which is this Anna Kendra, like real slow burn drama. Doesn't really feel like a movie that would get made today, but Very interesting, kind of about psychological abuse and the effects that it has on your mental health. Anna Kendrick's really good in it, and I would actually recommend checking it out, especially in a time when there's not a lot of great stuff in theaters. If it's near you, definitely check it out. And then when you finish Saving the World, which is a Jesse Eisenberg in his Ladybird era, I guess, essentially, but using Indiana as his like pseudo growing up place, which is kind of interesting. All four of us are from Indiana, so
It's set in our hometown. It's in Bloomington.
yeah, seeing it in that kind of perspective. Jesse Eisenberg has this weird fetishization for Indiana and Bloomington specifically.
His
for whatever
wife's
reasoning.
from there. I can tell you why. His wife lives there.
He lives there.
I know he lives there. He's a big IU guy. He used
Yeah.
to get tickets all the time. Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. This is Finn Wolfhard's playing an asshole. Jillian Moore's doing weird stuff with kids. I don't know. It's an interesting movie. And then Infinity Pool. I got to go see that last night. It's weird. It's less body horror creepy than I expected and more psychedelic LSD trippy stuff, which is cool.
Drips
mixed in with that. And yeah, there's apparently what they show, because it premiered at Sundance on Sunday and it was an NC-17 cut of the movie. And I guess they removed 90 seconds to get it to rated R, but I don't know. It's still pretty rough in the theatrical cut. So, but yeah, check out Infinity Pool. Mia Goth is great. They did a Q&A afterwards with Brandon Cronenberg, Alexander Skarsgård, Mia Goth. Always cool to see him in person, but I think they were just a little bit tired because they had done another Q&A before that, had flown from Sundance that morning, had the premiere of the last. I felt bad for them. They're on the tour right now.
So you're saying that they did terrible in the Q&A?
They were not the most charismatic. I will give you that. But it was the second showing of the night. They had like literally just done a Q&A and then went to the next one. And
did you ask a question?
It was like it was a moderated one with like a critic who, no offense to him, wasn't the most eloquent at times. So yeah, it wasn't.
You should have asked
my
if
favorite
the
Q&A.
Skarsgård. You should have asked if he could fight all the other Skarsgårds at once, because I bet he could.
He did crawl in on his hands and knees with a dog collar on, which was
no way.
interesting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
what a guy.
Yeah,
has nothing to do with the movie either. It's kind of weird.
That's how he travels everywhere.
Just his thing.
Well, definitely go check out the Rough Cut Retrospective. Check out our episode there. Check out all of the episodes we've done over there. And then I guess if you want to keep listening to the other stuff, you can. But I mean, there should be enough to keep you at least busy with the ones we've done.
That's true.
But no, they do great stuff. I really enjoyed the Avatar episode you guys did. I enjoyed the awards episode you guys did at the end of the year. And of course, Kody has shouted out before, but the Prestige coverage was fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, really quick too. I gotta say, Kody's take on Nope is maybe my favorite movie take of the year. I just gotta give him credit. I think he's amazing. Great commentary from Kody. Korbin, you're doing all right too, buddy. Keep it up.
Yeah.
I'm always striving to be more like Kody.
Aren't we all?
Well, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you
It's
for
a
having
blast.
us. Yeah, we're delighted as always.
Love you.
Trade me your movies.
What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.